I don't want this tactical level nuke that was dropped yesterday that's gotten no media coverage. You know how I know that? Because many of you watching and listening right now, including Paula and Joe, are probably like, huh? What? What are you talking about? An FBI text? Folks, the whole targeting of the Trump campaign thing has not gone away. I only talk about it when there's news to break. And there was major news yesterday. By the way, hat tip on Twitter to Technofog was always great. That's where I get some of this stuff from. But there were some newly declassified documents in the spying operation against Donald Trump and the alleged DNC hack that came out yesterday. And folks, one of them is just a, what the? So we got a little gander at this text yesterday that we've now seen for the first time. Before you put this up, again, this is from our friend over on Twitter, Technofog, who does a great job. This is his red line around this text. So you know what this is before we get it up. This is a series of text exchanges from a woman named Jen Boone in the FBI, or to Jen Boone. Who was Jen Boone and why does she matter? Jen Boone was one of the case agents or case FBI officials involved in the management of the Carter Page case. Remember Carter Page, who was a part of the Trump team, who was alleged to be the devious Russian spy setting up this deal with Trump to collude with the Russians? Laughably stupid, of course, all based on the pee-pee hoax. We get that. So Jen Boone was intimately involved in this. And remember, right around this time, the FBI is alleging all kinds of things like the DNC was hacked by the Russians, and we think the Trump campaign had something to do with it. Everybody cool with that? Joe, you cool with that? Everybody get that? Yeah, FBI is investigating the alleged hack of the DNC by the Russians, and they're blaming it on Trump, and they think Carter Page is involved. So the woman involved in this is getting these texts right around this time. And this is super weird. Remember, the FBI has been telling us the whole time that the Russians were the ones who hacked the DNC. Check this text exchange out. So they're talking about it. They're like, hey, they've been talking about this Peter Strzok stuff, blah, 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 blah. The hack of the DNC server? Yes, ma'am. Well, figured. The release of emails on Wiki? They respond, which release? There were a couple recently. Responds back. So on Friday, there were a bunch of DNC emails posted on WikiLeaks. What's the next line? That was our guys. Wait. Keep this up a minute. Hold on. Am I reading? You didn't see this in the media yesterday, did you, folks? Again, if you're not watching my show, you kind of missed this. So just to be clear, the FBI, one of the case officers working on the PP tape hoax case, is in a text exchange with fellow FBI agents talking about the WikiLeaks dump of the DNC emails they told us was hacked by the Russians, and they say there were a bunch of DNC emails posted on WikiLeaks. That was our guys? And they respond back, oh, got it.
Whoa.
You think?
Yeah. Whoa.
What? No. Because I don't ever jump to conclusions and I don't like hysteria. Our guys, it pains me to say it, but I owe you the truth. Our guys could mean a lot of different things. Our guys could mean the target of their investigation. Could mean some Russian hacker. Could mean a lot of different things. But based on actual evidence, I don't think our guys were Russians. Why? So just to be clear, and Joe, again, please stop me here if I confuse anyone. There's now a text exchange. The FBI has told the public told you and the media idiots who fell for it, that the reason they believed from the start that the Trump team was colluding with the Russians during the election is because the Russians hacked the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, released the emails to WikiLeaks to embarrass Hillary, and Trump was part of it. Mm-hmm. So why are they talking about the release being done by our guys? Who are our guys? Well, let's rewind the tape a little bit, because if the DNC was hacked by, in fact, the Russians, then the people who analyzed that hack, a company called CrowdStrike, that hack would have evidence, right, that if the DNC was hacked, data, follow me, folks, so I'm going to go real slow through this, that the data was hacked and taken out of the DNC. A synonym for taken out would be exfiltrated from the DNC and sent to WikiLeaks. Is there any evidence of that? There must be, right? I mean, the FBI is saying our guys did it. Who the hell are our guys? Well, let's go to this old IT Wire article where it's quite odd that the company that analyzed this doesn't seem to actually have any evidence that the Russians hacked the DNC. So if the Russians didn't hack the DNC, then how are the Russians our guys? IT Wire, be in the show notes, by the way. Check it out. CrowdStrike chief admits no proof Russia exfiltrated DNC emails. Strange, right? From the IT Wire piece. So our guys, we can kind of eliminate the Russians because there's no actual proof. So who else could our guys be? Let's go to the IT Wire piece. In one typical exchange, Sean Henry, by the way, is an executive at CrowdStrike, folks. CrowdStrike are the ones that looked at the DNC servers, not the FBI. CrowdStrike did it. So Sean Henry from CrowdStrike was asked, hey, what about the emails that everyone is so, knowledgeable of? Were there also indicators that they were prepared, but not evidence that they actually were exfiltrated? To this question, Sean Henry responded, Henry again from CrowdStrike, there's not evidence that they were actually exfiltrated. There's circumstantial evidence, but no evidence they were actually exfiltrated. I'm going to get to Sean Henry and who he is in a moment. But again, we do evidence here. That's what this show does. We bring you the truth no matter what. So now we know FBI investigators looking into the hack of the DNC by the so-called Russians are texting each other that our guys did it. That their text, not mine. That was our guys, are the exact words. We now know that CrowdStrike never told the FBI because they had no evidence that the Russians exfiltrated or took the data. So if these are competent FBI investigators, Joe, by the process of simple elimination, our guys who hacked the DNC couldn't have been the Russians because nobody told the FBI it was the Russians. Everybody tracking me there? Just simple logic, folks. Logic 101. Thank you. So who's Sean Henry, executive at CrowdStrike? Because this is kind of weird that Henry would testify to that. And yet Bob Mueller, the FBI and others, and media idiots who can't do the simple process of elimination and deduction, logic and reasoning, modus tonens, modus polens type, whatever the hell that was. Remember that in college? But he loved that. You would think they would look back and say, well, is there some kind of relationship between Sean Henry and the FBI? No, of course there isn't. Of course there is. I'm just kidding. Here you go. Here's FBI.gov. Here's one of their archives. Who was Sean Henry at CrowdStrike? Well, when you go back to the FBI's own archives, you find out Sean Henry was the executive assistant director of criminal cyber response and services branch of the FBI and was appointed as such by one Robert S. Mueller III. Weird, huh?
Man.
Strange, right, Joe? A little weird.
Crazy, dude.
Crazy pills everywhere, man. I don't have a set of crazy pills. I have a lot of pills. As I said, my urine yesterday is worth about $62,000. You have no idea how many chemicals were in my. No. You taking a note on that? So she's gonna cut it. I'm telling you, if I went through the laundry list of pharmaceuticals going through my system, all legal, don't worry. You'd be like, whoa, you could have distilled that and you could open a pharmacy. It was amazing. But I'm not crazy. And I can tell you in that set of pills I took, there were no crazy pills. So the FBI is texting that our guys did the DNC hack. Their words, that was our guys. By process of simple deduction, no one who investigated the hack ever said the Russians exfiltrated the data. We have their sworn testimony. And the guy who said, no, we don't have evidence that the Russians exfiltrated the data, hacked it and took it. To hack it, you got to exfiltrate it or take it out. That same guy worked with Bob Mueller and was appointed as one of the FBI's head of their cyber branches. Crazy, man.
You just heard Dan Bongino.